Hi guys, so today we were talking about the equation of perpendicular line. First off, what is a perpendicular line? A perpendicular line is a line making 90 degrees angle or right angle to the line existed. So in the graph shown in this picture, we have the line y equal x, which has the slope of 1. That means it moves one step up and one step to the right. And the equation of the line can be written out in the slope-intercept form as y equal 1x plus 0. And how can we find the perpendicular slope of the line y equal 1x plus 0? We can find the slope of the perpendicular line by using opposite reciprocal concept. We can use the concept of opposite reciprocal to find the slope of the perpendicular line to the line existed by using the slope of the original line and make it negative reciprocal to get the slope of the new perpendicular line. The concept of reciprocal is switching the denominator with the numerator. But for every whole number, the denominator is 1, and its reciprocal is always 1 over that number. For example, if we take 2 as the original slope, if we make it reciprocal, it will become 1 over 2. And for the opposite reciprocal, the concept is similar, with flipping the denominator and numerator, but we are also adding negative sign. In this example with 2 as the original slope, its opposite reciprocal will become negative 1 over 2. So if we get back to our equation, y equal 1x plus 0, we take 1 as the original slope and then make it reciprocal. It will become 1 over 1 or 1. And the opposite reciprocal of 1 is negative 1 over 1 or negative 1. When we are looking at normal perpendicular equation, we only focus on the slope of the line, and for the perpendicular line, we use the same y-intercept as the original line. Actually, the symbol of perpendicular line is very simple. Basically, it's just a picture of true line making 90 degrees angle or right angle, as drawn in the upper right corner near the graph. There is another way to use perpendicular symbol to write out the two lines are perpendicular without spelling out all the words, which is write the equation of the first line on the left, and then draw the symbol of perpendicular line, and then write the equation of the line perpendicular to the first line on the right. For example, the slope of the line M2 is perpendicular to negative 1 over M1. This again, use the concept of opposite reciprocal to change the slope of M2 to the perpendicular slope, which is negative 1 over M1. For example, if we use the same equation as used in the opposite reciprocal example, which is y equal 1x plus 0, is perpendicular to y equal negative 1x plus 0. can be written as y equal x plus 0, perpendicular sign, y equal negative x plus 0. In the graph, the line perpendicular to y equal 1x plus 0 can be drawn with negative 1 slope and the y-intercept of 0, the same as the first equation. The two perpendicular lines x equal y and x equal negative y are making 90 degrees angle or right angle, looking similar to the perpendicular sign on the left. And in the equation of perpendicular line, we only change the slope from the original slope to the original slope, opposite reciprocal, and use the same y-intercept. And after this part, there will be two example problems finding equation of perpendicular line.
So after we learned about how to find the equation of the perpendicular lines, let's work on a problem. So, problem number 1. Find the equation of a line passing through the point -2, 1 and perpendicular to the line 5x plus 6y equals -6. So, for the first problem, I'll do this problem step by step because it will be simpler. The first step, convert the equation into y equals mx plus b form, or the slope-intercept form. So, let's write down the equation first. The equation is 5x plus 6y equals -6. The goal here is to get y on the left side and the others on the right side. Next, I'm going to minus 5x from both sides, so the 5x on the left side cancels out and the right side gets a -5x. Then I'm going to divide both sides by 6, so we get y equals -5 over 6x minus 6 over 6. Then simplify it. Then highlight or rewrite the equation so that it'll be easier to recognize among the other numbers on the work paper. So, the equation that the first problem has given to us in slope-intercept form is y equals -5 over 6x minus 1. So, step 2. Find the opposite reciprocal of the slope. So you should know what's the opposite reciprocal from the lesson that we learned a few minutes ago. So in order to find the opposite reciprocal, you need to find the slope first, and the slope of this particular equation is -5 over 6x. Then we switch the numerator and the denominator and multiply it by -1, then we get 6 over 5x. But don't forget, the slope is just the number in front of x, so we get -5 over 6 is perpendicular to 6 over 5. Step 3. Use the result or the slope and insert it in front of x. So basically, you use the slope-intercept form of the equation that the problem has given to us and changed its original slope to the perpendicular slope. So, the equation 5x plus 6y equals -6 is perpendicular to the equation y equals 6 over 5x minus 1. This equation is perpendicular to 5x plus 6y equals -6, but it may or may not pass through the point -2, 1. So, we need to find the y-intercept of a line that has a slope of 6 over 5 and pass through the point -2, 1. Step 4. Find the y-intercept by using the point-slope form. The equation of the point-slope form is y equals m, or the slope, times x minus x1 plus y1. So, we need to write down the point that the problem has given us. The point will be equals to x1 and y1. And x1 and y1 equals to negative 2, and 1. So next step, we insert the m with the slope x1 and y1 with the point that the problem has given to us. So we get y equals 6 over 5 times x minus negative 2 plus 1. So next, we're gonna simplify it. We're gonna have y equals 6 over 5x plus 17 over 5, or y equals 6 over 5x plus 3.4. And this is the end. The equation 5x plus 6y equals negative 6 is perpendicular to y equals 6 over 5x plus 3.4. So, let's check if the lines are perpendicular by drawing the lines on a graph. So first, let's write down the equation that the graph has given us in slope-intercept form. So, the orange line is the line that represents the equation y equals negative 5 over 6x minus 1. So, this red line, it represents the equation y equals 6 over 5x plus 3.4. Now, the lines are crossing at the 90-degree angles, and the red line passed through the point negative 2, 1, so we're finished.